So although the map for Rockstar's new game, Red Dead Redemption 2, hasn't been confirmed, it's nearly all but been, thanks to a leak that came out in 2016. Today we're going to be talking about how basically this map getting revealed could give us some insight on what Rockstar could be planning next for the GTA series. So take a look at this original image right here. This came out in 2016, and when it came out, a lot of people were skeptical on whether or not this was going to be the Red Dead Redemption 2 map. Now, there was a lot of names here that were similar and familiar to the Red Dead franchise, but because we hadn't seen any gameplay yet, it was really hard to tell. Well, thanks to the 3 trailers and screenshots that Rockstar have provided, we've been able to basically determine that this is going to be the RDR2 map. Take a look at some of these enhanced versions of the map right here, and you can clearly see that not only does it line up with a lot of the different geography we see from the trailers, but it also lines up perfectly with the setting of the first Red Dead Redemption game. So needless to say, it's looking like this is going to be the Red Dead Redemption 2 map. Now, the first thing you can tell here is that it is significantly larger than Red Dead Redemption's map. And this has been a significant theme that we've seen from Rockstar, not only Red Dead Redemption, but really all their open world titles too, significantly Grand Theft Auto. So with the exception of one scenario, all the maps in the GTA series have gotten bigger year after year. From GTA 3 to Vice City to San Andreas. In fact, the only time in which a city has gotten smaller was going from San Andreas to GTA 4. Although one could argue that because the game was taking place in New York City, which is essentially an island in and of itself, and it's a much denser area, that there was still more content packed in Grand Theft Auto 4, and that is definitely true. A lot of the area in San Andreas really didn't have anything to do, whereas almost every square inch of GTA 4's Liberty City was packed with things you could do and explore. And then, of course, you can see the massive jump between GTA 4 and GTA 5, with Grand Theft Auto 5 becoming the largest map in the GTA franchise. I mean, it's absolutely huge. So now let's make a comparison to Red Dead Redemption's map and then compare that to the GTA 5 map. You can clearly see that Red Dead Redemption has a smaller map, but we know the RDR2 map is bigger than the original. So if we were to kind of put those side by side, they almost look as if they're going to be the same size. Red Dead Redemption 2's map and of course GTA 5's map. Now another thing to consider here is the image we're looking at is not complete. We've only seen one leaked post of this so far, and it doesn't look as if it contains the entirety of the map. It's almost cut off. So there could be maybe 10 or 15% more of the map here that we would get to see. So it clearly looks like Red Dead Redemption 2's map is very similar in size to GTA 5. Now, when RDR2 comes out, that map is going to feel massive because there's not the transportation methods that are in RDR2 that are in Grand Theft Auto. We're not going to have Hydra jets. We're not going to have cars with rocket thrusters on the back of them. So going from one town to another is going to take significantly longer because your methods are walking, running, horseback, carriage, train. That's it. There's not going to be anything like cars, crazy fast military vehicles, etc. So the map is going to feel bigger, even though it's relatively the same size. So that brings us to the next Grand Theft Auto game, GTA 6. How is that map going to be? Well, if we take account into everything Rockstar has been doing recently, increasing the map size, we know it's probably going to be on a new system, whether that's PlayStation 5 or Xbox One 2 or Xbox 2, whatever it's going to be. We know PCs are getting more powerful by the day. One could only assume that the map is going to be much larger than it is. Because if you think about it, Rockstar isn't competing against previous GTA games. They're also competing against other open world titles. Like, take a look at this map comparison, for example, right here. This is Just Cause 3 and GTA 5. I kid you not. It looks ridiculous, but that's the actual comparison. So I know their worlds are very different, but Rockstar also has to compete with other games like that. Watch Dogs, Fallout, for example, even though they're sort of in different categories. So I personally think the map is going to get bigger. Now, with Grand Theft Auto 5's map layout, we sort of saw the city of Los Santos and then sort of like a desert and then wilderness with sprawling things in between, like little cities and runways and airports and stuff like that. So I almost sort of think it depends on the city that Rockstar chooses for their location and how they ultimately could go about building out the map. If they go back to Liberty City, I would assume they would maybe do a little bit more than just the city itself, potentially some of the surrounding areas like Liberty City State. If they do return to Vice City, I would assume they would do just more than the main city of Miami. Maybe we would see the Caribbean, the Everglades, places in South America, Central America that we would travel to. So I definitely believe that the geography in the area that they choose is going to have a big impact on how big we actually see the map. But one could also argue that it really isn't the size of the map, it's the content that Rockstar provides in there. And I think that's the misunderstanding that people make between GTA San Andreas and GTA 4. I'm not comparing those games and their story, etc. Even though GTA San Andreas' map is technically bigger, because San Andreas is in the 3D era, there's not a lot in between the three main cities, Los Santos, San Fierro, and Las Venturas. Whereas Grand Theft Auto 4's HD era Liberty City is packed with places you can go inside, sprawling metropolises. So it really does depend on the era, and it depends on the city. Going forward, we're not going to have to worry about the era because we're in as big of the HD universe right now as possible. So there's no excuses there. I really think it's ultimately going to come down to where Rockstar decide to make this game. But at the end of the day, I think it is going to be bigger than GTA 5. I think that because RDR2 is very similar to GTA 5, that it's going to be bigger than Red Dead Redemption 2's map. And in total, it's going to be the biggest, most boldest map that Rockstar have ever produced in the series, which is insane to think about because GTA 5's Los Santos has so much detail. We know Red Dead Redemption 2 settings is going to have so much detail. So this is going to be very exciting. I'm personally excited to see what they do. I mean, over the last couple years, we've seen so many concept maps that have, given amazing ideas to how Rockstar could expand multiple different cities in the GTA era, how they could almost sort of combine land masses to make a bigger world. And that's something I'd love to see Rockstar do in Grand Theft Auto 6 and the next installment in the GTA series. So I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you think Rockstar is going to do for the GTA 6 map. Do you think it'll be the biggest in the series? Do you think they'll take a step back and maybe make it smaller? Maybe they want to focus on more content in a smaller area. Either way, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you're thinking down there and more. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care. And I'll see you guys in the next video.